Sorry, everybody. That was an ordeal because it flew apart. So hopefully you can see it's where it can be. That this is the only place it can be. I couldn't read that, honey. I'm sorry. It's tilted downward and I couldn't read it. I'm hoping everybody comes back in. So sorry about that. Wow. That was an ordeal that I was not ready for. So, okay. I chopped up my onions and I had some just white onions and some green onions that I'm going to put in that. And we're just going to start from here and just act like we know what we're doing now, hopefully. You know, I do cook a lot. Okay, I'm going to put about a teaspoon of garlic in it because I don't like a lot of garlic in my stuff. And I'm going to put some pepper. And that I do like. So I'm going to hit this pretty hard, probably with a good teaspoon, maybe a teaspoon and a half. I have 2 pounds of meat. And I'm going to put some parsley flakes. And I'm going to pour them in my hand. I've got 2 pounds of meat. I'm going to go about that heavy on them, which is a heaping tablespoon. Put them in. Then I have some basil. And I'm going to go about a teaspoon on the basil. And then I have 1 can of stewed tomatoes. And I'm going to pour them in. And I will crush them all up in that when it comes time.
What are you trying to fix, Mama?
Well, I was trying to fix my camera, Tom. And I'm going to add 2 eggs. Meatloaf.
Fix meatloaf.
Meatloaf, Tom. Can you believe it?
We're gonna fix meatloaf.
Meatloaf. Hi, honey. Hello, everybody. Sorry if I'm not seeing your names. They kind of go so quick that I can't see it. Now, I'm going to get in this and start mixing with my hands. I don't try to use a spoon. It's just almost impossible to mix meatloaf with a spoon. But the first thing I'm going to do is crush up these tomatoes real fine, or a little finer. And Tom's allergic to tomatoes, but I have found if I cook them in something, they don't bother him as bad, and he can get by with it. So I put them in it, but I don't put ketchup on top of it because that's not cooked long enough. So now I'm going to mix that all together. And I like the tomatoes. I like to use, instead of tomato puree or paste or whatever, I like the tomatoes in it. And it's the way I've always done it. So, anyway. So now we've got that in. Now all we got to do, and I'm doing this first because I'm going to fix a full meal. So while this is cooking, I'm going to be making potatoes and candied carrots and chocolate cake. Hello, hello, everybody. Okay. Whoop. Threw that right into a bowl. Can you believe that? Okay, I'm going to wash my hands. And I had me a towel out here. And I'm going to take my crackers. And break them up. Oh, we had an explosion. I am a messy cook when it comes to making something like a meatloaf because you can never know what those are going to do. You never know where they're going to go.
Mama, when do you want to take me, Mom?
Honey, in a little while. We order our razors. Hi, Sabrina. We order our razors online. And they're not shipping them out. So Tom doesn't like to have a beard at all. And he is crying for a haircut. I don't.
Haircut, Mother.
A shave. I'm sorry. I said a haircut. Okay.
You already cut my hair.
Yes, I did. Cut mine too. I've cut our hair for years. So this wasn't nothing new for me to cut hair. Okay. I need one more package of crackers. That's still a little bit loose. Looser than I like it. These are little packets. So we're going to put one more in it. And then usually I would cook this in my cast iron skillet. But tonight, y'all, I'm going to put this in my bundt pan. Because I want to make it so that I can be sure to be able to, that I can cut it for sandwiches. Because otherwise, Tommy and I will never eat this all up. So I'm going to try that. I've never done it before. But it just kind of came to me that that might be a good idea. Good way to make it. So we're going to try it. Okay. A little salt. And that's our meatloaf. I will get my salt can. I will get my salt shaker. Because my can is empty. So I'm going to watch this fall on here. And I'm going to put about a teaspoon in there because the crackers are salted. And I would say that's close. Mix that up real good because I don't want to get one big lump of salt in one bite of meatloaf. Hi, Digger. How are you? Is that Digger Mart? It's Terry. Hi, Terry. Hey, I'm feeling better today. I am feeling better today. Thank you, honey. Okay. Now, I got to get my hands washed again. The only problem with making meatloaf is the constant, the hands, so that you can get the next item you need. And let's see, that would be in this cabinet. And I'm going to get out my bundt pan. Get rid of these. You don't need them now. I'm going to set that down here. And then I'm going to start packing this meatloaf right in this bundt pan. Not only will it cook faster because it's not as dense in the center, but it's going to stand it up a little higher. And when I slice that, I should get some nice sandwich slices off of it. Okay. Now, here's a little trick that I always do when I am making meatloaf. Let me get this out of the way here. Clean these hands up again a little bit. Let's see, I think I have one in here. Let me see. Well, in that drawer I don't. And that drawer's broke, so it wasn't a good thing that I opened it. I so need a handyman, and my son is a contractor. But having time for Mama is a little bit more than he can get around sometimes. He loves me. He just can't get to me. All right, I didn't find it, so I'm going to use the end of the spoon right here that I used for the garlic. If you will take and make a hole in your meatloaf in a few places, and since this is round, I'm going to go all the way around it. That gives it a vent to send the heat up through, and it helps cook the interior of your meatloaf. So now we're ready to put this in the oven, and I got my oven set for 375, and it is on convection bake, and we're going to get that in there and let that thing start baking. Okay, now I'm going to clean some of this off because I think I'm done with this right now. Oh, okay. Let's see. I can find my dish rag that I just had. Oh, it's a clean one. It's over here. And wipe this down. As I said, I'm a messy cook. Hi, Adrian. Hi, Simon. Okay. Now, next thing I'm going to do is peel up my potatoes. And since we had time just to do all this while that's cooking, I thought, well, I might as well do a full meal. So, okay, come on. Start slicing. So I'm just going to make mashed potatoes tonight. And I want to get these on top of the stove so I don't have to worry about it. Turn them on when it's that time. My peeler's getting dull. I went shopping this morning online. Oh my gosh, kids, I had the best time. I shopped the clearance. Hey, honey, how are you doing? And I just do 4 potatoes for me and Tom. There's no sense in me going overboard on them. That's the reason I wanted to cook the meatloaf like that is because Tom is not big on leftovers. I kind of have to fight him to eat the leftovers. Guys, I'm so sorry I've been missing your lives. I have just been so sick. I've been in the bed a good portion of the time. I just haven't felt like getting up in the mornings and getting around, and you've been going on earlier. Okay, there's that one. I took a bite out of that one. My aunt told me one time that if she was starving and she had to live off somebody's potato skins, that she would like to live off of mine. And she could be real hateful. And she said it kind of snarky, but she was not, I don't think she meant it that way, but she said it kind of snarky. Hi, Amy. So anyway, I just looked at her and I said, well, you would be welcome to them. And she said, well, good enough. But it kind of got to me, there for a minute. And then I thought, now you can't say anything. That's your aunt, and, that's not right. So, but she didn't say any more, neither did I. How are you, Amy? You made it in time because my camera stand blew completely up. And it's still not good. This is as high as it'll get now. So I'm going to have to completely rework the thing. Get my light on my oven here so we can kind of watch that a little bit. Yes, they should say who it is. They should add their name to it. Yes, meatloaf, mashed potatoes, candied carrots, chocolate cake. That's going to be supper. Okay, I just washed my potatoes off. And I usually fill mine about an inch above the potatoes. That way I know I have enough water to boil them good in it. And so that'll go right here. And my next step will be to get me a bowl to put my candied carrots in. So, let's see. That one. I really wanted the thinner one, but this is have to work. Okay. Get out my Corningware that I've had for years. Love it. This is still some of the best cooking stuff they ever made. And I'm going to get out me a couple of cans of carrots. And I'm right over here next to the can opener, and I'm going to open these up. And I'm getting my brown sugar down. It doesn't matter which one, they're both closed. So, got 2 cans of carrots. And they're just regular cans of carrots. And I'm going to drain the water out of them. Okay. Pour them in my bowl. Just like that. It's Adrian. It's my Adrian. Oh, girls, he sings so pretty. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and get my butter. And I've got just almost a full stick. And I'm going to use just almost a full stick of butter in my carrots. You think there's a wee glass of vino missing? Hi, Elmas. How are you? Okay. Okay, come on, let's cut. My scissors, my kitchen shears are gone. They'll cut, get a hold of them just right. Okay. Now, when I do it like this, as you all know, I don't measure, but I'm going to tell you that I think that that's a cup. And we'll see if it is. I'm just going to squeeze that top right there. And I'm going to say that's a cup. I may be off, but we're going to check it. First, I have to fix my drawer back so I can get in that bottom drawer. Okay, because this is a 1 cup measure right here. And we're going to see. Because, you know, you pack your brown sugar. Oh, look at that. Look at that. It's a little bit shy, but that's how I measure. I just squeeze it up and say, okay, that's a cup, and then pour it in, because a little bit more or a little bit less isn't going to change the way these taste. They are delicious. Hello, Juliet. How are you, darling? So I'm going to put that in there, break that butter up a little bit, and this will go in the microwave and be fixed in the microwave. Yeah, you know, there are some recipes that you have to follow, right? Exact. Most of them you do not have to. So I've got the lid for this. I'm going to set it on there and put this up in my microwave. And that's ready to go. So we have basically got the meal started. Now all we got to do is worry about some dessert. And I have kind of been worried about dessert. We're out of snacks. So I'm going to put this rubber band, come off the onions around my brown sugar. And lay that over there to be put away. and clean up my mess. And I got to get me out one more stick of butter because my chocolate cake is going to be made with butter because I am out of oil. As I said, this is COVID. This is what you do when you don't have something. You just do with what you got. And it will work. It will work. Now, behind you, and I'm going to have to move you, which I'm a little afraid to do, but I'm going to try. Okay. I think I'm backwards on that camera because I'm going to bring my mixer up here. And we're going to use my mixer with this one. And it's been setting out, so I'm going to give it a quick little wipe over. Pan up here. And I'm going to get me out a stick of butter. Oop, that's just a little bit too hard. Let's get this softer stuff. And smear that butter out in it. Now it's out. There'll be a little flour in there. Oh, I found the salt. Oh, that meatloaf is looking good. It's looking good. Okay. Come on, move. Not through the floor. And as you can see, I'm making this kind of mess, and I didn't put my apron on today. Because I've got it laid in there ready to make a pattern out of. Okay. A little more flour than I needed, but it'll be all right. I'm not going to take it out of this pan anyway. I'm going to leave it in that pan. Okay. Now, I better keep that up here. It says I need a 30 cup of vegetable oil. And I'm going to need a 30 cup of butter. So I'm going to put this in the microwave after I put the carrots out. Melt this down. Put it on about 30 seconds. I'm going to cut up this. And this is chocolate cake. Dark chocolate fudge cake. Okay, and it says it needs a cup of water, shortening, and 3 eggs. Eggs are behind you. I keep them in a bowl in my refrigerator, just like that. I rarely keep my eggs in the carton because I like to just be able to reach in and pull them out when I need them and not have to go looking for them. But right now I'm going to pull that one out because I got cake mix in that bowl and I'm going to wash it before I fill it back up again. So, cup of water. One cup water. And I need 1/3 of a cup of whoa, I come very close. So I'm just going to pinch off a piece of this and drop it in there. Oh, thank you, honey. Okay, so there's our butter, our cake mix, our water, our eggs. And believe it or not, I've had this for a year. It's been used one time. So now I'm going to use it. My sister got me that for my birthday. I wanted it. But at that time I was making designer cakes or decorator cakes. And I've made some beautiful cakes. I did it all without a mixer. And then when she finally got my mixer, I just got to feeling too bad to do them. So, but if you're on my Facebook page, you're welcome to look in my pictures and you'll see a lot of my decorator cakes. And some of them in my, but my intro things I have on there. Now I'm going to turn this up to medium now. I'm about a 4. And I'm going to do this for 2 minutes. So at 340, it'll be ready to go in the pan. And actually, as much as that mixes, I'm not even sure we have to go that long. Because that looks pretty good already. Let's see. No, it could be a little bit longer. Do you see that fall off of there? Fell right off of there and went down in the bowl. Well, now come on. All right, that's locked. Let's try that again. I'm licking my fingers. Hey, tell me that cookie dough or cake dough will bother you. Turn it back up a little bit more. in my refrigerator. That egg. Time for fight to fly. Okay. That should be ready. I used a hand mixer for years, and when Kathy got me this one, mine had bit the dust, and when Kathy got me this one, I thought, well, I'm not going to replace it, but you know how many times I've gone online and looked at hand mixers. Okay, let's get this off. Okay, I'm going to the sink. And that was very hard to wash that batter off my hands instead of lick them again. Okay. Here we go. And here's my best tip to all of you. Baking from scratch is not necessarily any better than buying a box mix. You know, if you can find box mixes on sale, buy them. Put them in your cabinet. They'll keep a long time, and they make good cakes. Okay, my cake is ready for the oven. And because I'm cooking on convection oven, I can turn this, put this in with the meatloaf and cook it up. All right, I'm going to go off of convection cook to bake. And I'm going to get you down here so that you can see meatloaf and how it's doing in there. It's already starting to brown. We'll get a little closer, maybe. Can you see it? Oops. Okay. That may not have been a real good shot, but you can see that it's already starting to brown. Okay, so I'm going to move that over. And I'm going to put my cake right in there with it. And turn my oven down to 350 degrees. And put the timer on for 30 minutes. Okay. Now, I still say it's 375, but it'll go down. It's going down in temperature. And it's not going to hurt that cake to be on 375 for just a few minutes. Okay. Now, guess what? Hi, Linda. It's hot. Yes, it's hot. It's hot in this kitchen. But we've got supper cooking. And I'd love to sing, we've got company coming. We got company coming. We got company coming up the road. Go tell Pa and I'll go tell Ma. We got company coming up the road. Okay, I'm going to have to do something about that. Get it over here on my stand mixer and prop it up. Nope, that ain't going to work. Okay, so I'll just hold it. I'll just hold it and say hi. Oh, you're going to get special tea, huh? Just what do you put in your tea, Simon? And I mean, Adrian. Whoa, hello. I'm telling you, I have broke my phone case all to pieces. And it's a new one. I broke it. I'm either going to have to lay down and look at you upwards or I'm going to have to do something. Oh, Amy, great. I'm glad you did too. Maybe you can come back in a few minutes because I'm not done. Yeah. Honey, I made meatloaf. And it's in the oven and it is about done. It's looking good.
I'd like to put tomatoes on it, Mom.
I put tomatoes in it, Tom. He's having a fit now because he's seen the. Thank you, hon. I had to put these in because this ear has decided to close up, and I don't want it to close up. Yes, in a bundt pan. And I had this idea the other night in the bed. I got these from my sister-in-law. They brought them back from the Caribbean for me, and I love them. They're silver, so I can keep them in my ears. Anyway, what was I saying? I had this idea the other night while I was laying in the bed that if I put that in my bundt pan and filled it up, that it would make a slice that would almost fit on a piece of bread. Easy to cut, and that it would fill the bread. And Tom has trouble holding, if the things are apart in his sandwich, he has trouble holding them together. So I thought, well, why not try it? It's not going to hurt anything. All it can do is come apart when I try to take it out of there. And if it comes apart, I'm going to have scrambled meatloaf and we'll eat it. I've never thrown away anything in my life that was edible. If it's not, then yes, I've thrown it away, but I don't waste food. I use every bit I can, and I hate to throw away anything. But I live on a very, very limited income. When you live, I have a $300 food income for budget is what I'm trying to say, a food budget. Oh, Linda, that sounds good. I have a $300 food budget for me and Tom for the month. And that's it. And we eat on it. We eat on it. And we eat well on it, I might add. So, okay. I've got to let this down, kids. I can't hold it any longer. It's going to just go anywhere it wants to go now. I'll move it down a little bit. Maybe balance it. There. Okay. Hi. If I go to sleep, you wake me up in just a few minutes on my cake. Tom's doing well, honey. He is. He's doing well. If I could get down like this, it'd be better. So we'll just have to talk to the body and not the face. Darn it. I don't know what I've done to it. Here, I might be able to lift it up. Let's see if I can lift it up higher. And then if it doesn't go sideways, and go back over there. I didn't help a whole lot. Darn it. Hi. I do too. I hate for it to be wasted, and we do. I mean, sometimes we do. Okay, honey. Well, don't do that. You know, why not? Not bad. It could be worse. What's worse is I'm afraid you'll see my sink because I didn't do dishes yesterday. We snacked all day because I was too sick really to cook other than the pancakes. And the pancakes we didn't, but we dirtied more dishes yesterday than we would have with a full meal. And they're sitting in my sink. I have 2 sinkfuls of dirty dishes I'm going to have to get in the dishwasher. But Lord God knows I am not perfect. I am not perfect by any means. I'm not ever going to be perfect. I know I'm going to have more to do later, but we can get them in the dishwasher after a while. Tom empties the dishwasher for me, and which helps. I got to check on my meatloaf. Oh my, you're not going down. Oh my. The juices and stuff are bubbling out of those holes. Got quite a bit of fat in it. I probably have to pour that off, but that's all right. It's okay. They'll pour that off. I only had 1.5 pounds of hamburger, so I put 1/2 pound of sausage in it. So this is a makeshift. This is a quarantine meatloaf, quarantine meal. It does smell yummy. It does smell yummy. You're just going to have to look at my boobs. I can't help it. I can't hold that up. If I hold that up, I'm going to have to go to bed. Because I'm about done myself in, but I'm going to make some icing for that cake here in a little bit. The secret is to get it moist enough, honey. And I put canned tomatoes in mine. I like mine moist. I like it. And I always have, because it gives a juice to cook into that, and the tomatoes make it taste good. I know a lot of people put milk and bread in it, but I don't want my meat tasting like milk and bread. I don't want that, you know, and I don't want to put, I know a lot of them put a lot of seasonings in it, but I don't like a lot of seasonings in mine. Well, yeah, but they're still good even if they crumble and fall apart, honey. But you're not adding enough binder. If you're adding just 1 egg, add 2. If you're using 3 pounds of meat, add 3. I kind of go by the meat, about what I'm using on the meat. If I'm using 2 pounds, I use 2 today in mine. And that's not to say that mine won't crumble when I try to get it out of there. It may. But, you know, it's just, Tommy, go in there and get me a chair I can sit in. Please. Would you please?
What?
I'm going to go get a chair.
What kind of chair do you
I'll get it.
want?
I'll get it, Tom. I'll get it. You keep going.
What kind of chair do you want?
this. Okay. I'm going to put a chair down here, and then you're going to be able to see me. I'm also going to start my potatoes. I'll put them on a medium low. And these only take 8 minutes in the microwave, so I'm not going to worry about them for right now. Now, whew, hey, did I get down low enough? Shoot, no. Now, is that better? That's a little better. At least I'm not completely out of the camera. But anyway, this has been a good hour. This has been a good hour. I slept some this morning, and I'm going to use my hand towel for my wiping towel. Yeah, I'm ready for a little relaxing. But anyway, I don't like having to look up to that. If I could just get it up just that much higher. This is the worst stand I think I could have bought, but it was cheap. And now look, I've gone crooked. And you put that. You just got it from a nap, Linda? And I've got it. Yeah, I got it too close to it. Anyway, I took one earlier this morning. I went to bed about 10 and got up at 12:30. So I had to get to moving and then realized that my phone was not charged. So I had to put my phone on the charger and charge it up. And I took it off the charger, so I hope it's up there good enough. And we've got the potatoes cooking. My light's gone out. Oh, I'm telling you, that meatloaf is so good. I know the door's open. It tells me when I do anything. I don't like being told by some plants what I'm doing. If I open up my refrigerator and leave it open too long, it'll beep at me. If I push the wrong button, it'll beep at me. All these smart appliances, and you know what? All I needed was a gas stove. A plain gas stove that the burner comes on. And the oven works. But I love them, and I love my son for doing it for me. I couldn't believe how blessed he was to go he went to an auction, and he found the refrigerator and the stoves, both at auctions at different times, and they're scratch and dent. But my refrigerator was a $1,200 and some odd refrigerator, if not more. And got it for $100 and some odd. And yes, it has a dent in it. But you know what? I've lived with dents and scratches and everything else all of my life. A little dent isn't going to bother me. And then he went to another one and found the stoves. And they are way up there. They're like $3,000 stoves. And I can't imagine giving $3,000 for a stove. He didn't. He gave like $200 for it. And he got 2 of them. So he gave me one, and they kept one. They kept an electric one. And so, you know, he didn't spend a whole lot, but he gave me a whole lot. And that's what's important is, you know. Oh, honey, my first kiss. Well, my first kiss was when I was 10 years old, and I was in the 5th grade. That was my first kiss. my first kiss from my husband was when I was 14. I met him when I was 14. He was in the service. I'll tell you a funny story about it too. So my dad didn't let me date. I was not old enough to date, but we had Teen Town in our town, and it was supervised. So when I told him that that my friend and her cousin was going to, and I said her cousin Herb is going to meet me at Teen Town. Can I go? He said yes, I could, because we've known this family for a long time. So I went. Well, when Herb found out how old I was, he left. He was like, no, 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 no. No, no, no. So he left and went to see a girl he went to school with. And my dad had to come get me. And my dad said, you will never see that boy again, because they picked me up and he expected him to bring me home. And he said, you will never see him again. And I mean that. You will never see him again. Well, I married him. And Daddy didn't remember that until after we'd been married about 3, 4, 5 years, something like that. And I said something to him. Had 2 kids. I said something to him about her believing me at Teen Town. And I was 14. Dad said, I told you you'd never see that man again, and I meant what I said. And he turned around and he stomped out of the house and wouldn't talk to Herb for a solid month. Didn't talk to him for a month. I mean, he was mad. He was mad at me and he was mad at her. He finally got over it, though. He finally got over it because Herb was a wonderful, wonderful son-in-law. Yes, has she not got yours? I haven't got Tink's yet. I've been checking the mail every day. Me or Tom, well, mainly Tom. We've been checking the mail every day, and I haven't gotten it yet. And I'm beginning to worry about it. Surely it will get here eventually. So let's check our timer. We've got about 11 minutes. Good. It smells so good in here. You don't get one. You don't get what, honey? You don't get what, Linda? I didn't see that. It went by too fast. I missed something anyway. Man, I'm sweating out my hair. Well, and they've been so closed down too. You're not going to get a stimulus check? How come? You should. Well, I'm not going to get mine until about May 5th, which is going to make it hard on me because May 16th is the wedding, and I've got to get something to wear. Oh. Yeah, well, we are now. We are now. So anyway, yeah, I found out today the bank said they would be in on April 17th. So I'd been looking at the bank. And then I went online this morning and they said it'd be May 7th before the Social Security ones come out. The worst of it is I bought propane with my house payment, so now I'm going to have to borrow against my home equity to pay my house payment so that it's not late. And then half of my stimulus will go into the home equity to pay that back. Because I don't want to use my home equity if I can keep from it. So, okay, we've got 8 minutes more on the cake. Don't know how much on that. So I need to get out some chocolate. Yeah, Tom will get one too. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to get out some powdered sugar and some cocoa. Where's my little hole? It's over here. Get all the stuff that's out of them. That's in them. Out. Because I have no shortage of dishes. Turn that up a little bit. Cake is up there. I'm going to turn my microwave on. And I'm going to set it for about 8 minutes. Okay. Where's my cocoa? I rearranged my cabinets the other day and I have lost everything. Okay. Cocoa in that bowl. Some powdered sugar. Another thing to add to the list. About a tablespoon of soft butter. A big one. And I'll put that in there. And kind of sort of mix it in. Get rid of my chair. I'll get some milk. Oh, got it too runny. Way too runny. Runnier than I have powdered sugar. So I would say that we might have a poke cake going on here. You got your mother's revenge. Hi, Relics. How are you? I don't mind a poke cake. Make some holes in that cake and let that run right down inside of it. Mm-mm-mm. That needs a whisk. You think Scott's given up? Going out, you mean? Yes, chocolate poke cake. Doesn't that sound good? There's always something you can do with it. Just got to use your noggin a little bit sometimes. There's never a fail. You think he has? All right, I'm just going to taste it. Needs a sprinkle of salt. Okay, I'm cleaning this finger. That's the one I use. I'm dipping with this one now. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. $1,200 is not, it's just a drop in the bucket, though, for most people. The kind of budgets they're in and on. And that still needs just a little bit of salt, and I'm going to give it a little bit more. Bring that chocolate flavor out in that just a little more. Then I've got some pecans to put over the top. Okay, I am going to put this in the refrigerator. I'm just going to leave that spoon in it. Set that right in here. Put this away. No, not till I put this in it. I have all of my stuff, because I live on a farm, all of my powdered stuff. Hello, hello. Is in containers, because we have mice on the farm so bad that I have to keep it in there, and ants. Yes, it is. It is a big help, because there's been over 2 million people already signed up on unemployment. That says that my cake is done. But we're going to give it the poke test. And oh my, that meatloaf. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. I've got to have a toothpick. My carrots are done. And and that is not done. So it needs a little bit longer. We're going to give it another 8 minutes. Okay, we've got to give it another 8 minutes at least, because it was not done. I'm cooking in glass though. Okay, I'll get back down here where I can see what's being said. I'm so thankful you all come in today. Linda, you need to check out my metal detecting friends from the UK and from around here. I'll tell you what, I've never had so much fun in streams in my life. And besides that, they find all this metal. Linda, you would just be screaming for that metal to do your artwork with. And guys, Linda doesn't have a channel, and I'm trying to talk her into it. She takes kitchen gadgets and all sorts of stuff in metal and makes like robots and figurines out of them. And are you really? Yeah, well, that's a good thing. My son and son-in-law work for schools. Yeah. So they're doing online work, aren't they? Yes. Lindy, you could do that. You could come on and you could show some of your work. Oh my gosh. Linda, I'm telling you, that work, it would sell. It is that amazing, guys. You should see it. Yes, on the front line. Have you got lots of masks? And I hope they're good ones. I made 8, but and I put liners in them, but they're not. You don't have to be, Linda. You don't have to show yourself. We can be on a live stream and you can just show your hands just like I'm doing right now and show your stuff, your work. And you don't have to be right in front of the camera. I'm just the opposite. I'm kind of a camera hog. I like to be in the camera. From the very first. I didn't feel like it was right for them just to see my hands. Well, you don't have to look into it. Now, I think everybody is scared at first. And I know I was terrified, but I thought, you know what? I'm looking in a camera and I'm talking. If they don't want to see me, they can turn it off. And if they turn it off, I'll know not to do it again. And so I just turned it on. I just turned it on and I had people come in. And yes. And guys, I really do wish you could see her artwork. You would be wanting to buy some of it. It is so amazing. I want to buy some of it. I haven't ever asked her a price on it, and I should, because I really do want to buy one of her items. I would love to have it in my kitchen. She made one out of an old grater that was it a nurse, Linda? Yeah. You just talk, and you don't have to be in the camera if you don't want to be. That's a personal choice. A lot of people, you don't ever see anything but their hands. Hello, ambient girl. How are you? How are you? How are you? Let's see, Nancy, right? It's Nancy. Ambient girl is another one of the people who I am subscribed to in the metal detecting, and I'm telling you, I absolutely am in love with this group of people. They are so fun. They like to laugh. Honey, I'm better today. I really am. I'm feeling better today. I'm taking a little break right now because I got things in the oven and I've got a little time. So, did you really? Yay. Did you find some good stuff? That fly. One fly in here, and of course it's right where my bacon is, but well, I'm done, pretty much done with the baking. And my meatloaf has pulled away from the sides of the pan. I'm about to believe it might be done. I don't remember when I put it in. I've been on here for an hour and 16 minutes, but I had it cooking on convection, so it cooked fast at first. That fly was your friend? Well, I didn't get him, honey. I'll catch him for you. I didn't get him, thanks. I try all the time. I can hit him with a towel. I'm pretty wicked with a towel. But if he keeps flying around my head, he's going to get the towel. But I do have the door open because I am pretty warm in this kitchen. Ambient, these are you've met Kathy, I think, or you've seen her in live streams. Linda is one of my good friends on Facebook and on YouTube. She's not on YouTube, but I just love her dearly. She has been my mentor in steampunk, and I love it. I love it. And I love her. She's good people. She is good people. My timer is clicking down. Give me a plain toothpick here so I can check that again. This is my part of the cooking that I can't stand. I have made a meatloaf, and it's in the oven. I have candied carrots in the microwave. I have potatoes cooking on the stove, and I think they are probably done by now and ready to be mashed. And is that SEH metal detecting? Thank you for coming in. I am doing well tonight. Yesterday was a bad day, but I'm doing well tonight. I haven't got my glasses on, so I can't see if that's an R or an E. It's SEM. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's done now. Okay, we need to get some pads out. Maybe I'll have a big one over here. And I'll throw that right up there. At least for a minute. Now, I want to cut into that meatloaf and see how we're doing there. That meatloaf is done. Okay. Cooking time, clock, delay start, off. I want to stop. I want off. Stop. Hello. Stop. And off on the stove. Now, I've got to get a platter. If that'll work or not. Man, it might be big enough. Same size as that, and then this has a little. Okay, we'll get one of these. And I'm going to come over here with it. Okay. Let's move the cake back. I don't know how this will work. So, here we go. It turned. And it feels like the pan is loose. I hope. Oh, it broke. It broke. Darn it. The only thing I don't like is it didn't brown on that side. And it did not brown on that side. But I'm not going to put ketchup on it, guys, because Tom cannot have the ketchup. So it's a little bit light in color. I could have cooked it just a little bit longer, but it is done. But this part over here, where I cut it, it caused it to break. And I could turn it back over. Oh, come out of there. Okay. Choo! That's hot. I might brush it with a little ketchup so it don't look quite so pale. But it is done. It is completely done. And it cooked like I wanted it to, except it didn't brown as good. I would do something to help it brown on the bottom. I'd probably kick it up a little higher in temperature. This was a trial. And I'm going to drain a little bit of that. Already did drain some of that fat off, but I'm going to do a little bit more. Okay. I'm going to put a little bit of ketchup over the top of that. Over part of it, not all of it. I'd actually melt some cheese on it. Let's just do that. Since Tom is supposed to have the ketchup, we'll just melt a little cheese on it. Oh. We'll just let that lay on there and melt down. Yes, I do, honey. I've got 2 bedrooms upstairs. Better never slip in. Okay. I've never put cheese on it before, but that looks good to me. How can you go wrong with cheese? Okay. It really needed to brown on the bottom, and I'm sorry that it didn't. But, like I said, I was practicing. Oh, Okay. I know those are done. I'm going to turn them off. But before I mash my potatoes and ice my cake, I'm going to take a little bite of this. And I may have to sit back down in the chair to do it. Oh my. Not quite as big as I wanted it to be. But look at there. High temp, yeah, and brown the bottom. That's what I need to do, is kick it up real high and then come back down. But I've never tried this before. This was an idea I had on a way to cook it and maybe make sandwiches out of it. Okay, I'm going to get the sample bite. Are you getting hungry? That's the point. And anybody can do this. There's no mistakes in the kitchen. If you can't eat it, you put it out to the dog, and it's dog food, and it's not wasted. So it's not a mistake. Then you come back in and you fix you something else. So I worry about the homeless getting enough to eat. So here we go. Okay. I'm going to eat my supper. It needs a little bit of the ketchup on it, but I do that on my plate. I don't put it on it because of Tom. But yes, it needs to be browned on the bottom. The top is beautiful. But,
Mom, I can't have ketchup in mine.
I know you can't, baby.
Why didn't you put it in there then?
I didn't. He's afraid I put it in there now. He's not going to eat it because he's scared to death of it now. Need some bell peppers. But, oh, the salsa. But, like I said, this is a Corona meal. This is cooking with what you got. I was almost out of onions. I had the hamburger and I had the sausage. Didn't have quite enough hamburger, so I put some sausage in it. I cannot put ketchup on it because of Tom, but I did put some tomatoes in it, which gives it a very moist flavor. It's probably not my best that I have ever made. Yes, but Kathy, we eat them just as soon as we get them. We eat them. We don't ever have any left over. My kids buy me 2 at a time. So, I mean, my peppers last one meal. One meal. And I keep trying to tell them, hey, you know, I'm cooking here a lot. Buy me stuff to cook with. And I did put stewed tomatoes in mine, which I like the tomatoes in mine, though. So that's, no. If you haven't got it browned enough, put a little cheese on it. Nobody knows. It was good, as you can tell, because I've eaten this bowlful. Now, I have got to mash my potatoes. Oh, it makes it so moist. I mean, it really does. And after this sets, this is going to slice beautifully. So, I'm going to hold this up here because as you can see on the inside, it is completely done and that cake is still hot. And I just got my arm in it. Okay. I'm going to poke holes in the cake I'm going to mash potatoes. Then I'm going to dip up some plates. And we're all going to have supper. When y'all going to get here? Aw. I wish you could all come. Every one of you's come and have dinner with me. I'll tell you for sure. Okay, let's see if I can get these potatoes over here. Get them drained. Oh, quit pouring them out in the sink. Okay. Lost a few. That's okay. That's what I ought to have the kids do, is buy me the bags of the frozen ones. And, okay, tonight I have used a stick of butter in all of these. I will just tell you that I've used a full stick of butter. Okay. Salt. And I found the salt right up here. I thought I was out, but I found it. And that's not quite a teaspoonful, but that should be. Maybe I want to do a little bit more. I like salt. Okay. Tom, you can come move your chair back into the table. A little milk. Mashed. Ooh, I believe I'll use a towel on that. That's a little bit warm. If I don't lose the lid off of it. Getting it out of there. I'll let the lid on it so they can dry out as much as I wanted them to. But this is my candied carrots. And it is the way I always make them, other than I don't usually put a lid on them for that long. So this is my candied carrots. And they are delicious. And they really add to the meatloaf and the mashed potatoes. So I'm going to get Tom a plate, and I'm going to dip a plate up for you to see. And another spoon there for those. I used the wrong one. We'll just stick it over here. Nobody will ever know. Okay. Just look at the glaze on those carrots. They are so sweet. And they smell so yummy. Okay. And a big slice of meatloaf. And that cuts so good like that, girls. and boys. Shh. You didn't see that, did you? Okay. Because I turned that plate over. Put him a little more carrots on there. Look at that meatloaf. Did that not cut nice? Okay. I'm going to take this to the plate to the table for him. And while this cake is a little bit warm still, I'm going to make some holes in that. And put this over on the stove. And this too. And somewhere in here, there it is, I have a straw. So I'm going to make some holes in this cake. Get out here where you can see what I'm doing. Now, I'm going to get my icing out of the refrigerator. And we're going to pour that right in those holes. Till they get filled up. Just keep putting it in there till they fill up. And yes, there's a few lumps in my icing. That's some butter that didn't get mixed in real good. Okay. That one and that one needs some more. That one and that one. That's about full. This one needs more. It's because it's running off. Now I'm going to pour this around the edges. And as you can see, I'm not perfect. I didn't make that perfect. I didn't get out my blender and blend that till that was gone. I don't worry about that stuff. Somebody sees chocolate cake, they usually just say yum, and they don't care. And they don't care. Now, in here, I have somewhere some chopped walnuts. That's mine, all mine. Now we're going to take some of these chopped walnuts and we're going to sprinkle them over the top. Okay. Now see, you can hardly see that there's a little lump in my butter on that cake because I just covered it up with some lumps. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get out this Cadbury Royal Dark Chocolate. And I'm going to get my grater. And I'm just going to grate a little of that right across the top of that. Not a whole lot because it is an unsweetened dark chocolate, but it's just going to garnish it. And when you stick it down in that sugar, it's not going to be unsweetened. So we're just going to sprinkle that on there like that. Give it a dusting of the chocolate.
Oh, what do you want to make to drink or anything?
Honey, you'll have to get you some water. Okay, I'm going to slice this cake. See if I can get us a piece up out of it. It is hot. So I'm going to slice it and show you how it come out. And let's hope it come out good. I don't even have a saucer. So we're going to put it in this little bowl. Oh, it's tender. Okay. Let's see if I can get one out of there. Oh, get back up there because I want you right back on that edge. I dropped a walnut off of it. Okay. There's our dark chocolate poke cake. And you can see them running down in the holes. Oh, so good. I'll get me another little fork. And I get to taste this too. Let's see. Tom's took my chair. How am I going to let you see my tasting? Mmm. Oh my God, that's good. That icing's good. Okay.
Well, just sure I was setting it.
We're going to go back up. Just a minute. I do wish you could be here with me. It's amazing. It is amazing. I don't know how I'll stay out of it, but I have got to. So, now, we're done with dinner. We got meatloaf, mashed potatoes, glazed carrots, chocolate cake with walnuts, chocolate poke cake with walnuts, and I don't know how you can beat it. It's everything you need. Got you some vegetables and some meat and some sweet stuff. And of course, you got to come and watch me. And, you know, that's worth a lot. At least it is to me. Okay, I will go eat. And I love you all. Honey, it is pretty simple. It is pretty simple. It's a simple meal. And, you know, you just don't stress over them. If you do something wrong and it's not good, like I said, feed the dog and start over again. You'll make it. And I fed the dog. I made some chili one time. The dogs wouldn't eat. And that's the truth. But it was the meat I bought. It was full of a filling. I got the bottom of the barrel. You know, they put filling in hamburger used to a lot. So anyway, that was way back when. It took forever for the plate to come back in. So I hope you enjoyed my stories and I hope you enjoyed the live stream. I know I have. And I'm tired now and the dishes are going to wait till tomorrow. There's another day. And I have a dishwasher and it'll get full when I don't have any dishes. I'll put them in the dishwasher. So for right now, they're going to wait. And I'm going to go eat. Love you all. Thank you so much for coming in. And you have a lovely, lovely night. I am too. I am too, Nancy. Thank you so much. And I'm sorry that my head was cut off that half the time and all that happened with the phone. It still broke. I'm still holding it up. So I'm going to have to completely take it apart and see what I've done to it. So bless you all. And I will see you soon. Kathy, I love you dearly, honey. And Linda, thank you so much, babe. Thank you, Tinks. Sending love. Mwah. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Oh.